Don't mess up this time, girl. Don't do it. Hello, everyone. No. Hello, and happy May 1st, which is hopefully when I'm remembering to upload this video. I know that May 1st is probably a really big day for a lot of you guys watching this because it means that you may be officially enrolled at Notre Dame, so huge congrats to all of you who did, because that's the best decision you'll ever make. And I wanted to make another one of these videos for those of you that have actually decided to go to ND, just because I feel like there are a lot of super random and like simple tips that I can give you guys just to make the whole process easier. Yeah, I think that making these videos has become a little bit of a passion project for me just because I have been stressed out thinking about like how poorly I would have handled my senior year of high school being cut short and having to make this crazy huge decision and be about to go through these crazy huge changes while there's a global pandemic literally happening right outside. So yeah, I'm going to try to make as many helpful videos as I can, so if you have any ideas for videos that might be helpful for you or for others, message me on Instagram or leave a comment down below, because I just want to help. I just really want to help. So let's get into the little tips and tricks I have for you guys who are getting ready to go to ND. They're all super random, but they're all things that like I wish I had known, I guess, that are more like tailored to people who are actually going to ND. The first one is just about Welcome Weekend in general. When I went into Welcome Weekend at ND, I was expecting it to be like the sort of Welcome Weekend that you see at like state schools or big public schools, and it's not. It's very much like summer camp vibes, and it feels super weird and like awkward, and that's just like how it is at Notre Dame. And I know a lot of kids were like freaking out thinking that that's how all of life at Notre Dame was gonna be. Just get through Welcome Weekend because it's super weird and quirky, but that's not how your life's gonna be at all at school. And hopefully I'll be able to be a part of the sophomore Welcome Weekend committee, so I'll be there. So if you see me there on campus that weekend, definitely come say hi. I mean, there probably won't be many of you. I don't think many people will watch this video, but if you do see me there, come say hi. I'd love to meet you. Yeah, so Welcome Weekend, just don't stress out about it because it's weird, but you'll get through it. It's like 3 days and then it's just normal college life. What was my next tip? Oh, okay, so here was my next tip. It's about like meeting people on social media who you're gonna be in school with. You're definitely not gonna meet your best friend, your college best friend, like on Instagram this summer when you haven't met them. So like that's not why you do it. It's mostly just so that you have some like familiar faces when you like do get to school, and you go to a party and you don't know anyone. It's nice to like have some familiar faces that you do know. So yeah, to meet those people, I would say the number one thing is definitely as soon as you get placed into a dorm, follow the dorm's Instagram, because that's a really good way to meet not only like other freshmen in your dorm, but a lot of the older girls and the Welcome Weekend leaders, and just to like get to know the dorm as a whole, I guess. So I would definitely do that. You can just search the name of the hall that you get placed in on Instagram and it will come up. For any of you guys that do get placed into Pascagoula West, let me know please, because that is my hall and I love it so much, and I could just go on and on about how much of a great time you're going to have in P-Dub. And I'll be hopefully on Welcome Weekend committee too, so definitely let me know if you get placed in P-Dub. Yeah, so that's the first like social media-y tip. And also, every year they have these little student-led accounts, and I don't know what yours will be called because, well, yeah, I don't know what it will be called because they're like student-led. They're not like sponsored by the school, but it will probably be like class of ND 24. You just like search until you find one, or like ND class of 2024, something. It will be something like that, and it's just a place for everyone to send in like a little bio of themselves and some pictures, and the account will post it, and all these people in your grade will start messaging you and following you and stuff, and it's just a really good way to like have some contacts at the school. So yeah, I would definitely recommend doing the whole social media thing. Also, you get like, when I put my pictures and bios on the account that we had last year, it was like 200 followers in like 2 days. So like, you might as well do it. You might as well. Oh, this is a super random one. Definitely when you move in, make sure you have your parka or your like heavy jacket, because we have really brutal winters in South Bend and they'll start out of nowhere. So like, you're probably not gonna have enough notice to like have your parents send you your heavy coat, and you're not gonna be walking around in a snowstorm in like a hoodie. So just bring it, even though it's bulky and cumbersome, just bring it to school and you can put it away in like a drawer or something until you need it. But you will need it, and you will not have any warning of when you're gonna need it. So bring your parka. On that same theme, don't bring all of the clothes that you own. Don't do it. I did it. Don't do it. Because the truth is, you probably won't end up wearing all of your clothes, and if there's clothes that you're not wearing at home, you're not going to wear them at school. You're not going to find a reason to wear them at school. So I would say leave as much stuff as you can at home, but also just make sure that you have enough. Don't overpack and don't underpack. You don't need everything in your closet, but you do need a decent amount. Just know that like the wardrobes are pretty small, so you don't want to bring anything that you're not going to wear. Just sort of separate it out as like your game day clothes, your class clothes, and then your weekend clothes, and bring like just enough in each of those categories. And also workout clothes. Do that. This was another question I got in my Instagram DMs that like I didn't even think of to address in my last video, which is like, how do you get to South Bend? Because the airport in South Bend is super tiny and super expensive to fly into, and like it doesn't fly to and from a lot of airports. So what I will say is, I'm from Colorado, I'm like right outside of Denver, and flights in and out of South Bend are super, super expensive to come home. So I would definitely recommend flying in and out of Chicago, especially when you first are going to school. You fly into Chicago with your parents, you rent a car, you drive to South Bend, it's like an hour and a half. And then once you're like, you've been in school for a while and you're going home for like Thanksgiving or something, there's so many kids that are from Chicago that you'll definitely have a parent or a sibling or a family friend coming back to pick someone up that you can just hitch a ride with. So don't worry too much about that. Just, I really recommend flying in and out of Chicago. And it's kind of annoying, but everyone has to do it, so everyone is kind of like super supportive of each other in the whole South Bend to Chicago, Chicago to home, and vice versa trip. So don't worry too much about that. This is another super random tip that probably won't apply to you until you've been in South Bend for a while. But I would say like try to get off campus every once in a while and try to like explore South Bend. It is, in principle, not that cool of a town, but it definitely has a lot of character. We have like Eddy Street, which is right off campus, that has an Urban Outfitters, and also, no, that's pretty much it. They have a Blaze Pizza, stuff like that. And there's also like some really fun bars and like clubby places that I wish I definitely went to more my first semester, because I didn't really. I really just stayed on campus a lot. But there's just a lot of things that you can do in South Bend, and like little restaurants. We have a Krispy Kreme. Never in my life have I had a Krispy Kreme close by me. Go to Krispy Kreme. That's my next tip. Go to Krispy Kreme because it's so good. I can't really think of any more tips. Oh, okay, here's one. Like, as far as decorating your dorm, and like gathering things to decorate your little space with, I would say go DIY crazy, because I went absolutely hog wild on dorm DIYs. I could actually make a video about that. Let me know if you want to see a dorm DIY video, because I am the DIY queen, the craft queen. But yeah, it can get really expensive to basically be decorating and furnishing a whole space. So whenever you can, like, try to make little things. And if you, like, I mean, it's not like we're doing anything else right now. We're stuck at home. So let yourself become a craft queen and make little things, because that's a really good way to limit expenses. Next tip, make sure you bring some formal wear. You don't need a bunch of like fancy dresses. You probably need like one pair of high heels or like one nice suit top and like some suit pants, dress shoes if you're a guy. Because we have a lot of formals and they start happening pretty quick. And a lot of times you get asked with really short notice. And you can end up going to a lot. My friend Jill, this girl's crazy. Jill, I hope you're watching this. I think she went to like 10 formals in the like semester and a half that we were there. So like if you play your cards right, you might be going to a lot of formals. So definitely, and I'm sure moms and dads will want to hear this too, make sure your kid has like a nice outfit to wear, just in case they need it. This next tip, I don't know if it will be big for all people, but it was for me. So basically we have a flex point system at our school. So you get a certain amount of swipes for the dining hall each week, and then you get $500 of flex points to use each semester. And flex points work like in all, I think. Yeah, in all the on-campus restaurants and also in our little grocery store place. And Starbucks will get you good. Starbucks will rob you of your money because all you want is caffeine, and it's like $5 for a coffee, okay? So the number one essential thing you should have in your dorm room if you are a caffeine addict like me, before you get sheets, before you get pillowcases, get a coffee machine. Even if it's a bad coffee machine, it will save your life, because both semesters I ran out of flex points so fast because of Starbucks. My last tip, you definitely don't need to do, but I kind of wish I did. So many times during welcome weekend, like they'd ask you to sing the alma mater or the fight song. Like I think once they asked us to do it with our parents, like, and obviously all of us, so it's not like you're being called out. And probably 50% of the kids knew it and 50% didn't. And like I didn't. And you really don't need to, because you can just sort of mumble and like no one's gonna notice or care. But I feel like it would have felt so much cooler if I had known the alma mater and the fight song. And also you do it in football games too. So I think it might just be useful to try to learn the words to the alma mater and the fight song. Okay, yeah, so that's all I have for you guys today. I know that these tips might seem super random and like you might think that they might not be that helpful, but I think that they really can be. And I also think that just knowing these little chunks of knowledge might make you feel a little more put together and a little less anxious about going off to school. So yeah, hopefully I'll be back in another video soon. Thank you guys so much for watching, and again, don't hesitate to message me or comment down below if you have any other questions or like video ideas, no matter how random you might think they are. And also, even if you just want to have a little buddy on campus, DM me. I'll be your buddy. I'd love to be your buddy. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.